Today we'll be building an NFT ticketing platform on Soroban and Okashi, which is very exciting for me, especially for those who might have missed G's presentation during Meridian, which is Stellar's annual awesome temple conference that I loved attending this year at Madrid. That's where we were this year. And we'll be doing a similar presentation to that, but this time with Okashi involved. So I'm going to start by introducing or having them introduce themselves. Morgan, who are you? What do you do? Where are you from?
Hey, Noya. Yes, my name is Morgan. I'm a founder of Okashi, and Okashi is a developer tool. It's probably going to be the best developer tool for onboarding web developers out there. No other blockchain is going to have anything close to this.
All right. Big
and
words there,
um,
my friend. Love it.
and the reason why we're doing this talk is Meridian. G's talk was amazing, and I think with the developer tools that are coming out, specifically Okashi, we can speed run the experience to something that's extremely fast and accessible to web devs.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so exciting. I know everyone, you should definitely, if you're looking to get started on tinkering in any sort of smart contract world, Okashi is the place to start. I can vouch for that much for sure. G, who are you? What do you do? And where are you from?
Hi, my name is Jisun. I work on mobile wallet called Vibrant. It's created to help Argentines to save their pesos in US stablecoins to escape crazy inflation. I'm mostly front-end developer, and I just moved to San Francisco. And if you live in San Francisco, holla at me.
Yes. Yeah, you can find G at Code and Food pretty much everywhere around, I feel like Twitter, Discord, wherever. And a bit about me. Hi, everyone. I haven't introduced myself. I don't think I did. I'm Anuhya. I'm a dev advocate at the Stellar Development Foundation. I do all things hackathons and startup camps in our grant funding program, as well as various different activities such as hosting streams. So if you just want to come say hi to me, please do say hi to me. I love meeting new people. And yeah, that's me. I'm from Maryland, the Delaware, Maryland area. However, I'm always bopping around and in Miami, in New York, in SF, maybe sometimes in Austin as well. So come find me wherever.
And where are
Um,
you right now?
I am currently at LaGuardia Airport, everyone,
There you go. The
as you
center
can
of
tell.
someone.
But yes, all right. Now that we have our introductions there, I would love to hand it over to Morgan if you want to take it off and get started on the stream here and dive right into it.
Sure. So there's two components to this stream that I'm going to introduce and then hand it over to G. And the first one being Soroban. Soroban is the smart contract platform that's going to be the key of what we're going to be doing today. It's a developer-friendly Rust-based smart contract platform for Stellar. Stellar's been around for almost a decade as a blockchain, so it's a leader in the industry. And up to this point, it did not have smart contracts. It's going to have smart contracts next year. So we're getting ready, building things out, and the experience is awesome. Combined with developer tools that are built specifically for Soroban, it becomes a next level experience with contracts in the web without setting anything up in the environment, downloading command lines, interacting with the blockchain, or using any kind of wallet. So it's absolutely abstracting experience just so you can get started coding. So I'm going to walk through the tool itself. So you have your project library. When you open things up, you can create a new project, and you're greeted with a bunch of widgets. That's what we call these components that render different parts of your contract. There's the code component where you write your code for the contract. This here is an increment contract that increments the value and stores it on the ledger. Over here, we have the contract widget, which is going to show a compiled version of this contract. Once we hit compile, it compiles it and spits out an executable that we can interact with buttons. So no command line, just click a button and you get some output. Now the output is going to come in two formats. There's the text-based console that web developers should be used to. Inspect, and then you go to the JavaScript console, and that's your bread and butter for debugging anything. And that's going to be the case for Okashi and Soroban. There's no latency. This is all running in the browser. As soon as you interact with the function, you get the output. There's inputs. So like this function takes an argument, there's modal, you provide a human readable format of that argument, click confirm, and then you're off to the races. If you want to repeat the function call with the same arguments, click on the left-hand side. If you want to change your arguments, click on the right, and you can change your arguments. There's a storage widget that showcases the ledger state for your contract. So, console is nice for tracking how progress is being made. The storage widget is nice to see the current, most recent state of the ledger in the contract. When you get to the point where your contract is something that you want to share on the blockchain, you can switch over to, let's say, testnet and deploy it. Before you do, though, make sure that you go into your account, your profile, and fund the network that you're going to deploy to, either FutureNet or testnet. Okay, so we're ready to deploy, and this is without any kind of wallet. Going to start an upload process to the blockchain of this contract. And yeah, with that, I'm going to leave it off to G, and we'll see how to write an NFT contract. G, I think you're muted.
Hello. Can you see my screen?
Not at the moment. Yep, I can see your screen.
Oh, okay, cool. Delete all of them. And yeah, I'll just walk
you real quick. You might want to collapse the Explorer so that there's more space.
Yes. Thank you. Is my font size good?
Looks good for me.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'll walk you through the first line, just like no standard library. A Soroban contract always starts with this to keep our contract file size small to 64 kilobytes. And here we are importing Soroban SDK crate, like types and macros. And I am going to write up 4 functions for this NFT token. So we'll start with initialize, which what we use to create a name for our contract. So it would take arguments such as admin, name, and symbol for the contract. And then we're gonna write a mint functionality, which is going to mint a seat number concert ticket. So that would take argument of owner, seat number, that's it. And then we're gonna check owner of function, which will take the same arguments as mint. And then at the end, we will write transfer function. So yeah, we're gonna write 4 functions. It will be pretty simple. So yeah, let's start writing our contract. We're gonna start with contract, and I'm going to call this, my talk was on Taylor Swift concert, so we're gonna keep the keep the same name, and I'll do contract implement, and it will be implement eras tour concert. And let's start writing our initialize function, and it always starts with environment and admin, which is address, and name is string, and symbol is symbol. And we're just gonna do quick log and check and see if these are populating correctly. And let's compile this and see what we get. And Okashi is really nice. Soroban too, is that it gives you really nice error handling. So I see that you couldn't find macro log. That's because I didn't import this from Soroban SDK. So I'm going to do that. And same thing with address, string, and I will delete the unused variables. And let's compile this. And we now have this contract. And I'm going to use Alex as the admin. And this is another thing that's nice about Okashi environment, is that it it abstracts a lot of the, instead of using like public keys, it makes it user interface super simple for you to test it really fast, test your contract really fast. And I'm gonna do eras. And yeah, now we see that it's logging what we just input correctly. And next, let's write mint function. So it starts with environment, and owner would be address, and SIN number would be unsigned integer. And we will start with, actually, let's check if the seat is taken. Check if seat is taken, and it would be if environment storage. And there are 3 types of storage on Soroban, which is temporary, instance, and persistent. We use persistent for anything user related data. So we're gonna use that, and we're going to check and see if the seat is taken. In that case, we're going to throw an error saying this seat is already taken. And let's run this. Let's compile this. Okay, it compiled, and I'm going to mint, let's see, seat number 1. And well, nothing yet, since I just wrote the panic statement. And if I do part 1, oh wait, no, I have to, sorry. I need to save the seat first. So actually, let me do set seat to owner, the panic, and then we should return seats, I believe. Is it?
We need
I just said we need to set.
In the function definition for mint, we need an arrow U32.
Oh, U32, because yes, keep missing that one. Okay, we do part 1. So, oh, and then let's check our storage. It will tell you that, yeah, we assign seat number 1 to Bert, so that works. And let's see if there's an error. Yeah, it throws an error when I try to assign seat number 1 to Alex, because 1 is assigned to Bert. So min function is working as we expected, and this is great that we can just test it right away, versus with Soroban CLI, you have to like go back and forth running command line. For something simple like this, it's just so much easier to do it on web-based tool. The next one, let's write checking the owner of, and it will be environment, owner address, and seat 32. And this should return the address type, because we were checking who the owner of the seat. And you should do storage, persistent, get seat. And let's compile this. Expected address, oh yes. Because there can be, it's possible that it's not, doesn't exist. So let's do option, and I'm not going to initialize. Let's just do mint to keep it fast. Okay. So Alex has seat number 1, and if we check 1, owner of, hold on. Wait, what is?
So I believe it returns the right value, right?
It returns the right value, but I'm curious why owner, oh, because the argument. Oh, I guess I don't need owner. All I need is actually just taking seat. Yeah. Oh, I have to mint it again. Let me mint again. So I'm gonna give it to Kelly this time. So Kelly should have, yep, we see Kelly has it. And I forgot to write this, but Okashi is really nice to, if you do 3 slashes and write a description, mint a seat token for Eras Tour. you compile this and go to Mint, it shows like nice description, and I thought that was really nice, so that you can kind of share your playground to other people, and they can kind of see what each function is about. So I thought that was really nice that Okashi has that feature.
And the fun fact is, this is actually just leveraging what Soroban already provides, because the Soroban SDK, which is what we import in the REST code here, encodes a bunch of data about your contract in the WASM file. That's the executable that's generated. And it's by far the best developer-friendly experience for accessibility, to understand what's in the contract, how you can call them, what are the arguments, and including the documentation. Okashi just surfaces that on the user level.
That's awesome. Thanks for the context. It's funny because I work on mobile wallet, so I kind of know Soroban, but like I don't have like full context. So this is really nice to get involved. Okay, let's next. Let's write transfer functions. Transfer from address from to address to. This would start with always environment seat from address and to address, and I believe we're going to check. I think we have to check the owner, current owner, which I think is option. This one syntax is I'm not too familiar, but environment storage persistent get seat, and we're going to just check if it's logging correctly. Environment check current owner, and it's current owner. And let's compile this just to see how it goes. Okay, let's mint a few more token. Bart should get 2. Okay, so 1, 2 is in the storage, and transfer at the moment, it should tell me who wants what. Did it tell me? No. Just gonna take this out for now. I'm gonna compile it again. Just gonna do transfer. Let's see, 2. Yep, and then we see it log Bart, which is what we were trying to do. Okay, great. I'm gonna bring this back, and let's check to see. I'm copying and pasting this function because I'm not used to this syntax. Full disclosure. So we're gonna check to see if it matches if it does not match the owner, it should throw an error. If the seed token doesn't match the owner, throw an error. And then at
Do we
the
have
end,
the error defined here?
let me see. Oh, yeah, no, we don't, because I have to bring that. Well, it's nice because it gives me an error. So I will bring the error type at the top, web token, and add this attribute to import this attribute mismatched. And I have to do, it's really nice, that tells me how many things I'm doing wrong. Result, I think this should be unsigned. What was that?
These are just like
assign functionality, persistent set, I think is seat to address, and you do OK seat. Compile this. Okay, let's start from the beginning, including initialize. Well, Alex, admin is Alex, eras, tour, and we'll do eras. Confirm this. And let's mint some token. Alex gets 1. And Bart gets 2. And Alex has 2. And then we can check, okay, who has 1? And it's Alex. And if I check who has 2, it's Bart. Who has 3? Nobody, because nobody has it. And let's say I want to assign seed number 5. It should throw me an error. Or, well, I guess.
So G, if you don't provide arguments, Okashi right now failed me. So
okay, so if okay, gotcha.
No, so in the modal,
okay.
in the modal itself, there's there's 3 arguments. If you don't select
Just pick it.
at least one, it sort of fails silently.
Oh, I see. Okay, now we see if there's an error. Okay, so I have to pick. Good, that's good to know. Let's assign Alex's seed number 1 to Kelly. And yeah, we see that Kelly hasn't too good. So yeah, it's a very simple contract. But yeah, I think it was perfect example to show on Okashi. I wonder if I could show I kind of want to share something actually. I'm gonna share my windows because I just want to, like, for example, like I just wanted to show my original code. Can you see my GitHub?
Yep.
Okay, so this is the test file that I had to write for my Meridian talk. And as you can see, it's like pretty long. And this syntax was the most hard one to grasp on. So but Okashi like does all of that for you with a nice UI interface. So I highly recommend using Okashi if you want to play with Soroban. So yeah, and I can actually open this up and you guys can scan the QR code and I can share the link on the chat too. But yeah, if anybody can go to this link and play with it. It also has a nice feature that Morgan showed earlier. Is like you can do feature narrow testnet and test this out.
Do you want to try it out right now? Since we're doing
sure.
Put on some risk.
Sure, let's try this.
All right, it's uploading. That's a good sign. Ooh, it's creating.
Morgan, I think the public addresses you gave me are FutureNet addresses, right?
Oh, that's true. Let me give you a testnet address, okay?
Or we can try FutureNet too.
Well, there will not be funded accounts. So
that's true. Oh wait, I can do it on my for me. I was like talking about me. I think mine's already funded. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think mine is funded. Yeah. Yes. Cool. Let me go back. It's deployed. Let me initialize. I'm gonna use mine. Hold on. Okay, ERS tour, ERS.
Now this is actually submitting a transaction to the blockchain. So there's going to be a delay, but we see that the function call succeeded.
Did you give me your address?
Okay. Yeah, a DM right there.
Seat number 2.
So this is interacting with the actual blockchain, right? It takes a little bit of time. Before it was instantaneous, but now there's a spinner and all that, but it's actually on testnet.
And if I do 1 or 2. That is boom. And let's do number 2 from you to me.
You won't be able to.
Oh, because I don't think I.
No, or maybe you should be able to.
I don't think I enforced it.
Yeah, there's no auth. There's no auth. So
yeah,
again,
I didn't do auth.
This is a playground, right? So you're playing around to see what a smart contract would be like. So you don't want to burden yourself too much with like all the bureaucracy, right? You just want to get a taste. And your background is web development, right? G, like
yeah.
And so this is the perfect kind of background for Soroban. I feel like the most accessible experience you can have. Picking up Solidity, doing something like this in Solidity, oh boy, good luck with that.
So yeah, that's the end of my demo. Do you have
Well
anything else
done. Let me
to
just
share?
really appreciate what you did. Walking all of it live, tools, code, and everything.
Yeah, I
This was
mean,
fun.
clearly Okashi is making it a lot easier. One and two, I can see the crowd is it's a fan favorite. I love the simplicity of the UI and all the abstractions Okashi has. Very nice work. Yay, Morgan. As the founder of Okashi. And woohoo, G, you're killing it. I'm loving
Thank
all
you.
this G fans right here. Nice. But it sounds like that is a wrap, right, folks? All
Hmm.
right.
Yep.
Well, one big takeaway here is if you haven't already tinkered with Soroban, be sure to do so. And the best way to get started is to head on over to Okashi and get started by simply maybe even doing your own NFT contract that G had just showed. Just follow this example, follow what G had just done, and you can make your first transaction on the blockchain as well, which is very exciting. Thank you all so much. And that's a wrap. We'll see you all in Discord and talk soon. Bye, everyone.
Thanks.